The Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC is a world-renowned platform where combatants collide, emotions flare, and history is made. Yet, amidst the adrenaline-pumping fights and jaw-dropping skills lies a tapestry of controversies that have marked the annals of mixed martial arts MMA. Let's delve into the ring, exploring each of these contentious moments that have etched themselves into the fabric of UFC history.
Flarre was able to slip in and out of his guard.
I still want my fair fight, man. I didn't get my fair fight. I want my...
Georges St-Pierre's rematch against BJ Penn was anticipated to be a clash of titans, a bout that would solidify the legacy of one of UFC's greatest fighters. However, controversy clouded this iconic matchup when accusations of GSP applying Vaseline and illegal substances surfaced. The alleged use of Vaseline aimed to give St-Pierre an unfair advantage by making it challenging for Penn to maintain a grip and execute his lethal ground game. This controversy struck at the heart of the sport's integrity, sparking fervent debates among fans, fighters, and experts. It raised crucial questions about the ethical boundaries of gamemanship in MMA. While some viewed it as a strategic move within the confines of competition, others condemned it as a breach of sportsmanship, emphasizing the importance of fair play and ethical conduct in the octagon. BJ Penn and his team's allegation against GSP not only stirred controversy, but also ignited discussions about the effectiveness of regulatory measures in ensuring a level playing field in the UFC. The incident shed light on the need for stricter regulations and vigilant oversight to maintain the integrity of the sport. It also highlighted the intricate balance between competitive strategy and ethical boundaries, emphasizing the responsibility of fighters and their teams to uphold the principles of fair competition in the highly competitive world of mixed martial arts. During Yoel Romero's UFC showdown with Tim Kennedy, an episode unfolded that left the MMA community divided. Romero, facing significant damage from Kennedy, encountered controversy due to his corner's interventions. His corner's actions led to an extended period between rounds, offering Romero additional recovery time.
I don't know what happened. The UFC, something or somebody, I don't know, give me that Vaseline. It's too much. I say, so sorry, but it's not for me. No, it's not my fault.
This unexpected extension prompted discussions about the ethical considerations of corner interventions and their impact on the fairness of a fight. While corners are responsible for the well-being of their fighters, the incident raised questions about the line between necessary medical attention and a strategic prolongation of the rest period. The controversy surrounding Yoel Romero's extended break brought attention to the rules and regulations governing corner interventions in UFC bouts. It sparked debates about the need for clearer guidelines and stricter enforcement to prevent potential exploitation of the rules of a competitive advantage.
What are they doing? He's still sitting on the stool. This is ridiculous.
The incident emphasized the delicate balance between providing necessary care for fighters and maintaining the integrity of the fight, emphasizing importance of ethical conduct not only within the octagon but also in the practices and actions of corner teams during UFC events. As Khabib Nurmagomedov prepared for his final fight before retirement, all eyes were on the weigh-in. However, what transpired during this crucial pre-fight procedure raised eyebrows within the MMA community. Observers noticed an unusual aspect. The weight reading seemed to occur earlier than expected, hinting at potential irregularities in the process.
Люди, знаете, как всегда, когда человек достигает какого-то определенного успеха, есть критики определенные. Им же надо за что-то зацепиться. И они вот ищут.
Additionally, visible signs of nervousness from Khabib added to the intrigue, prompting discussions about the credibility and accuracy of the UFC's weight measurement protocols. Fans and analysts questioned whether the early reading and Khabib's apparent unease hinted at any underlying issue or attempts to manipulate the weighing procedure, casting a shadow of doubt over the legitimacy of the weigh-in. The controversy surrounding Khabib's weigh-in underscored the significance of transparency and stringent adherence to standardized procedures in combat sports. It highlighted the need for enhanced vigilance and scrutiny during crucial stages like weigh-ins, where accurate measurements are pivotal in ensuring fair play and maintaining the competitive balance in the octagon. This incident fueled conversations about the importance of upholding the integrity of pre-fight protocols to preserve the credibility and fairness of UFC contests. Ronda Rousey, an iconic in the world of MMA. encountered an unexpected twist in her approach following a devastating loss. Known for her dominance and fierce presence, Rousey chose to deviate from the conventional pre-fight routine by opting for a media blackout leading up to her subsequent bout. Her decision to abstain from media obligations generated widespread speculation and debate within the MMA sphere. Critics questioned the impact of her media absence on her mental preparedness and focus, citing the importance of mental resilience and the ability to handle external pressures in a sport as demanding as MMA.
Because she's been out for so long and never talked to nobody, I really don't know what is going on with her head right now.
Conversely, Rousey's move also ignited discussions regarding the treatment of fighters in the lead-up to significant matches. While media engagements are customary, some argue that exemptions could be justified, emphasizing a fighter's need for mental space and strategic focus. However, the controversies highlighted the unique challenges faced by athletes in handling defeat and the balance between personal preferences and professional obligations. Rousey's media blackout became a focal point for examining the psychological aspects of fighters' preparedness and the expectations placed on them within the intense environment of the UFC. CM Punk's transition from the world of sports entertainment to the highly competitive realm of the UFC was met with immense anticipation and subsequent controversy. His swift signing by the UFC, bypassing the traditional route of gradual skill development and professional MMA experience, drew widespread scrutiny. The decision to fast-track Punk into high-profile fights against seasoned opponents ignited debates about the UFC's recruitment process and the ethical considerations of promoting spectacle over competitive integrity.
Love to fight that man, CM Punk.
I'm going to give it 100%, and I just don't let anybody tell me that I cannot do something because I believe in myself and I know I can.
Critics argued that Punk's immediate inclusion in UFC event without the requisite experience undermines the credibility of the sport, raising questions about the organization's commitment to uphold competitive standards. The controversy surrounding Punk's signings highlighted the delicate balance between entertainment and sporting legitimacy in the UFC. It brought to the forefront discussions about the ethical dimensions of fighter recruitment, emphasizing the importance of merit-based opportunities and the preservation of the sport's competitive essence within the world of mixed martial arts. Francis Ngannou's departure from the UFC marked a period of upheaval and discord. Amid negotiations and discussions surrounding his contract, Ngannou faced contentious exchanges with the UFC.
They're going to be saying a lot of things to bash me, to devalue me.
Accusations of contractual threats and disagreements between athletes in the promotion came to the forefront, shining a spotlight on power dynamics within the MMA industry.
This guy's ego just was so out of control.
He's absolutely impossible to deal with. He'll never be in the UFC again.
The incident raised pertaining questions about the rights of fighters, the influence of promotional entities, and the negotiation process between athletes and organizations. Ngannou's exit served as a case study, highlighting the complex nature of contractual obligations and the challenges faced by athletes navigating their careers in a competitive landscape like the UFC. The banishment of renowned journalist Thе Ultimate from UFC events created a seismic rift between the promotion and the media.
A member of the UFC PR staff came to me and said that Dana White wants to speak to you. He just says to me, "You're out."
Ultimate's reporting on Brock Lesnar's return led to his abrupt expulsion, sparking discussions about the relationship between the UFC and press freedom. The incident underscored the delicate balance between journalism and promotional interests in MMA.
"You're done. We don't want you here anymore. Go to Bellator."
It served as a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by media professionals covering high-profile events, emphasizing the need for transparency and open communication between sports entities and the media. Ultimate's clash with UFC authorities became a pivotal moment, igniting debates about the boundaries of journalistic coverage and the role of media in scrutinizing and reporting on MMA events.
What was your reaction when Khamzat missed weight?
Scared. Scared.
Khamzat Chimaev's failed weight cut prior to a crucial fight disrupted the narrative surrounding his burgeoning career. His inability to meet weight expectations raised concerns about fighters' physical preparation and the complexities of weight management in the UFC. Chimaev's incident highlighted the stringent demands and challenges faced by fighters during the weight-cutting process, shedding light on the implications of weight-related issues on performance and credibility within the sport. The controversy surrounding his weight cut disaster prompted discussions about the physical toll on athletes. the need for safer weight management practices, and the impact of such incidents on a fighter's reputation and trajectory in the UFC. The controversy stemming from the decision in the Georges St. Pierre versus Johnny Hendricks fight reverberated across the MMA community. Despite Hendricks seemingly dominating the bout, the judges' split decision in favor of St. Pierre triggered intense debates about scoring criteria and the fairness of the MMA judging system.
I just beat the pound-for-pound, supposedly best fighter in the world. I thought I smashed him the first 4 rounds.
This controversy served as a catalyst for discussions on the subjectivity of judging in MMA, advocating for more transparent and standardized evaluation methods to prevent contentious decisions that could potentially impact fighters' careers. The incident spotlighted the intricacies of scoring fights, emphasizing the need for clearer criteria and improving accountability in the judging process. Colby Covington's incendiary remarks following a fight ignited a firestorm of controversy within the UFC community. While Covington's outspoken persona is part of his public image, his choice of words post-the-fight sparked discussions about the boundaries between showmanship and unsportsmanlike conduct.
Do you walk back anything you said?
No, I don't walk back anything I said because, I don't think I said anything that offensive.
His comments triggered debates about respect, sportsmanship, and the impact of inflammatory rhetoric in the UFC. This controversy underscored the fine line that fighters tread between self-promotion and crossing ethical boundaries, promoting reflections on the role of personalities and conduct in the promotion and representation of the sport.
All week, the fans are saying all these just stupid insults and remarks that they weren't needed,
They like to dish out, all this energy and say these mean things like, you buy more hay, which we know means you will die.
As the curtain falls on these controversial moments, it becomes apparent that controversy is an inherent part of the UFC's fabric. These instances, whether ethical debates or disputes over fairness, continue to shape the narratives, discussions, and the future evolution of mixed martial arts. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.